Victorville, California, there's too much crime. Victorville, California, there's no jobs in Victorville. Nothing but desert. Victorville, California, that's a place I just stop by when I go to Vegas or when I come back from Vegas and I stop by and I get something to eat or I put gas. So I'm going to be answering, in this video, I'm going to be answering some of the biggest concerns or some of the biggest questions that I get. I get these questions over and over from people just like you that are thinking about maybe moving to Victorville or buying a house here in the high desert. So I figured might as well make you a video and answer some of the biggest concerns that I hear from people just like you looking for more information about moving to the high desert. Another big concern that I hear also is about the weather. Okay, so we're gonna talk about some things about the weather. We're gonna also talk about that, oh, there's no doctors in the high desert. There's no health care. Okay, so all of these concerns, I'm gonna answer and give you some information just for you. Okay, so keep on watching this video. Now, I also get this question, are you a real estate agent in the high desert? And yes, we are local real estate agents here in the high desert. Okay, we are actually the Bonilla Group, okay, with Excellence Real Estate. Okay, so there's more than one of us in the team. So we have a team here in the high desert that is available to answer all of your questions or find you a neighborhood that you might be interested in here in the high desert. Okay, so yes, we are local real estate agents. We do live, eat, and sleep here in the high desert. So if you're thinking about making your move to the HD, don't forget to call the #1 real estate team and relocation specialist here in the HD. Okay, so that's what this video is going to be all about. We're going to talk about some of the biggest concerns from people just like you looking for more information about living in the high desert. Jobs in the area. So jobs that are available here in Victorville, California, in the high desert of Southern California. So Boeing, GE Aviation, New World, Rubbermaid are putting Victorville on the map for a leader in aviation. Not only that, Southern California Logistics Airport is one of the biggest employers in Victorville, California, employing more than 3,400 or offering 3,400 jobs for the city. Not only do we just have aviation, okay, but Victorville is also a leading in logistics and trucking, okay, delivering, okay. Not only is Victorville a leader in logistics, also Amazon is opening a 1 million square foot fulfillment center here in Victorville, and it's going to be employing 1,000 people, or offering 1,000 jobs. Okay, and also Victorville does have a lot of healthcare jobs. If you're in healthcare and you're thinking about looking into moving to Victorville, you should look into Victorville because they do have a lot of jobs available for you. A lot of new medical facilities that are opening up, and a lot of new medical buildings and centers that are opening up here in the high desert. I'm seeing a lot of like dental office, orthopedic, just a lot of different areas in healthcare that are opening up new offices here in the high desert. I'm guessing they're seeing the need for a lot more healthcare buildings and offices, but there's a lot of more businesses coming in healthcare. Okay, so I would really check and see what you can get in to here in the high desert, because there's a lot of nursing homes. There's a lot of senior communities. There's a lot of senior homes that are here. There's a lot of other facilities that need medical or healthcare employees or providers. So we're seeing a lot of different growth in the healthcare industry here in there's also going to be a new facility that they're opening up here called PACE, where they're going to be offering a lot of different services for seniors. So that's going to open up a whole lot of jobs as well. And also, there's a lot of jobs in, because I don't know if a lot of you know, but there is a USP Victorville, which is a prison. So there's a lot of jobs that are being provided uh, from the prison as well. And not only that, there's a lot of jobs in hospitality and also in uh, what is it? Fast food, retail, restaurants. Okay, so there's a lot of jobs in retail. Okay, but there's a lot of other jobs that are available too, because Iron Mountain just opened a facility up here as well, and they're offering employment as well here. Victor Valley School District, Hesperia School District, Apple Valley School District, Snowline School District. That if you're looking to get into one of the school districts, you can apply and see if you can get into one of the school districts here. So they're offering jobs as well. And I don't know if you know about Victorville expanding their police station. So if you're in law enforcement, you should maybe look into all of the new jobs that are going to be coming, because they're going to be building a whole new station here in Victorville, California. And what does that mean? That they're going to be providing a lot more jobs in law enforcement, right? So you should look into that as well to see if you can maybe get transferred in right now, if you can, or if there's some kind of waiting list, or if you can find out about how long that's going to take for the process for the new police station to be built and open, and you know how long you have to wait to see if you can get a job there. Okay, I know a lot of people think that there's no jobs here in the area, and I'm here to tell you there's a lot of different jobs. And you can also see if there's no jobs in what you're doing, maybe you can go and see what are the higher paying jobs here in the area, and actually try to go to a trade school or try to get some classes to get into those higher paying jobs, right? So that way you can get a higher paying job if that's what you're looking for. Because I see a lot of comments that are kind of back and forth, because there's some comments that are left in some of these Facebook groups out there from locals saying that there's no high paying jobs. And then there's people that are commenting down below, and they actually said they moved here to Victorville because they got a $2 raise, and they used to live in LA, and they moved here to Victorville and they got $2 more pay. Okay. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of back and forth about that. If you ask me, there's plenty of job opportunities. You just have to look for them. You have to know people as well. And you have to apply, right? You have to apply for some of the jobs and see what they're asking for you to be able to qualify for the position. Okay. So there's a lot of different things that I'm seeing online that goes back and forth with jobs in the area. And I'm here to tell you that yes, Victorville has a lot of jobs that are coming and that are really already available for you if you can look for them and apply and get out there and see what happens. Let me know. Let me know what do you think, or what's been your experience. Leave me a comment down below about finding a job or an employer here in the high desert. So thanks to the efforts of ProLogic, Victorville was able to build 3 warehouses, 3 enlarged industrial buildings totaling a 2.4 million square feet at S Southern California Logistics in 2022. This large development also included a 1 million square feet fulfillment center from Amazon, and it's going to be a distribution center. And it's also going to employ 1,000 people at the Amazon fulfillment center here in Victorville. Not only that, Southern California Logistics Airport is one of the largest employers centered here in Victorville, California, and they offer more than 3,400 jobs for the. So let's talk about the healthcare here in Victorville, California, the high desert. So I'm only going to talk to you about my experiences and also about the experiences of other people that have moved here to the high desert from LA or from other areas. Okay, so I asked one of my clients that just moved here from LA to see what his experience was with the healthcare here in Victorville, California. Okay, so this was his feedback. He told me that he had no problem with the hospital that he had gone to because his wife had just had a baby here in Victorville, California, and also that he had no problem looking for a pediatrician and looking for a healthcare provider for himself. Okay, so the only thing that he did mention was one of the doctors for his wife that I guess one of the doctors kind of would or is known for overbooking on the appointments. So I guess that caused them to have a little bit of a wait time to see the doctor. Okay, so I know what he was telling me that I think he's going to look for a different doctor just because of that. Okay, but it had nothing to do with, I don't think he didn't like the doctor. I just think he doesn't want to go through having to wait or having to wait for a doctor that kind of overbooks just in case somebody cancels an appointment. Okay, so he said that his experiences uh, were uh, were good and that he actually liked the doctors that he had found for his family. Okay, now I'm going to talk to you about my experiences here with healthcare. Okay, now I have Kaiser um, Permanente. Okay, so there is 2 locations here for Kaiser. There's one on Hesperia Road. In Hesperia Road, they have an eye doctor, physical therapist, and other primary doctors that you can go to that facility or to that hospital for. And then on the other location that's located in Palmdale Road, okay, that location has what is it? An urgent care and also has a pharmacy there in that location and a lab and I think an X-ray. Okay, so the only problem that I've had personally with being a Kaiser Permanente client is that sometimes I have to go down the hill, like to Ontario or Fontana. So that's 50 minutes or an hour to go see like a specialist in like pulmonology or in another department because it's just not offered here in Victorville in the high desert. So that's my only feedback that I have for that, and that there's not an emergency room for Kaiser, but they do have, like I said, an urgent care on Palmdale Boulevard that's open until 10. But after, if you have any emergencies after that, you would have, I go to St. Mary's, and Apple Valley. Okay, so that's been my experience with the healthcare. I've gone to the Kaiser Permanente here, and I've had no problems with none of the doctors or with none of my visits. I've enjoyed, and especially the facility. It's such a nice, brand new facility that's here located in Hesperia. So, I mean, it's a really nice facility that they have for their Kaiser Permanente clients here in the high desert. Now, another thing that I was seeing, a lot of the locals were saying that they have a long wait on the ER. They have no good hospitals, no good physicians. And that's the thing. Then I ask people, other people, and they, you see his feedback, what he was saying, that he's had no problem with looking for a doctor here. And then you have my feedback, which I've had no problem either. Okay, so I guess that's all I have to say about the healthcare. I guess it's gonna be at a, what is it, like base by base, like it's gonna be on a personal basis of what you go through with a doctor or an office or a hospital here in the high desert. So I guess you're gonna have to look into, again, like I always say, look at the reviews, look what people are really saying about the facility or about the doctor, okay, and then go from there. That's basically all I can tell you. But if you ask me, do we have hospitals and medical facilities? Yes, we do. Okay, but you're going to have to do your own research and look into a doctor or a facility or a hospital that's going to work for you and your family. Okay, and just like my this client, he said he's going to look into a different doctor. Okay, that's what you guys can do too. Look for, if you have you don't have a good experience, you look for a different doctor, and that's all I can recommend you to do. But that's what's going on with the healthcare here in the high desert. Let's talk about the weather here in Victorville, or in the high desert of California. So yes, it does. It gets super hot and it gets super cold in the winter. Okay, yeah, we in the summertime it can be more than 100 degrees, so it's going to get really hot, and in the wintertime it's going to get really cold. Okay, and it's a cold. I don't know. It's just a cold that I really don't like the cold that we get up here in Victorville. Okay, it just gets really really cold here. Okay, so yeah. Also, what happens here is that there is some high winds. We do have high winds in certain areas here in the high desert, especially in Apple Valley. There is times where it gets really really windy. Okay, so if you live like in Eastvale, like in Riverside County, if you live in Eastvale or in any Harupa Valley, and you get those winds that happen there, that's kind of the same winds that happen here in the high desert. Okay, so it's a pretty strong wind. Okay, so yeah, it does get really windy. Okay, does it snow? Yeah, we get maybe one day of snow in Victorville, where I live. We got in one day since I've been here. Um, Nothing major, no no snowstorms, or nothing that um, we can't handle, if I can say so. I mean, you're gonna see more of the snow on the Cajon Pass, which that's on the freeway. Okay, but you won't get that much snow like in Victorville. But I know Hesperia gets more snow than Victorville too, and Finland, and all of those other areas. But in Victorville, we don't get much snow. Okay. So that's the weather for you. Okay. Now let's talk about the crime. Okay. So Victorville is just like everywhere else. Tell me a place where there's zero crime. And I don't know. I mean, there's just crime wherever you go. There can be something that happens, right? So Victorville is just like any other city. Okay. You're gonna have a violent crime. You're gonna have property theft. You're gonna have everything that you can find everywhere else. My personal experience is I haven't had nothing major happen to me. Okay, and I've said it before. I think they've only taken a package from my house, but nothing major has happened to me personally. Okay, so I that could only speak to what's happened to me. Okay, you're gonna also have to see the crime rate, and you're gonna have to see what else you can find online, because every area is gonna be different, and every neighborhood's gonna be different, right? So you're really gonna have to look into all of the details and see what you see online regarding the crime. Okay, so um, I hope that you've enjoyed all of this information that we've talked about in this video. Okay, and I hope I covered some of your biggest concerns that maybe you had with in regards to moving here to Victorville, California, or the high desert of Southern California. I'm, like always, Angelica Bonilla here with the Bonilla Group and Excellence Real Estate and the HD. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification if you're liking all of these videos. Again, thank you so much for watching.